Alright, welcome back. Another day in math. So today we are going to talk about I can find and use exponent properties. Okay. Oh, my notes are gone. Let's try that again. They're back. So we're going to talk about three properties today. The first one is called the product of powers property. So to multiply powers with the same base, they must have the same base. In the 10.1, you guys learned about what bases were. Bases are the big number or the number that's on the quote-unquote ground, right? So to multiply powers with the same base, all you have to do is add their exponents. So what does this mean in numbers? So if you have like 4 squared times 4 cubed, notice how my bases are the same. My bases are 4. So then I can add my exponents. I have 4 to the 2 plus 3, which is 4 to the 5th. You can leave it just like that. Okay. In algebraic terms, that means a to the m times a to the n. That's a to the m plus n. Okay. Next property we're going to talk about is power of a power property. Power. To find a power of a power, multiply the exponents. Okay, so for example, if I have 4 to the 6 to the third, you get 4 to the 6 times 3, which is 4 to the 18th. So anytime you pretty much see parentheses, you know you're multiplying, you're using the quote-unquote distributive property, and you are multiplying them. So what this means in algebra, this is saying you have 4, in algebraic terms, you have a to the m to the n power, you get a to the mn. So the reason why this works is this means you have 3 groups of 4 to the 6s. So if you have 3 groups of 4 to the 6s, you would have 18. So that's a proof of pretty much why power property works. The last one we're going to talk about today is the power of a product property. So to find a power of a product, find the power of each factor and multiply. So what does this mean? It's a combination of both, actually. So for example, if I have 3 times 2 to the 5th power, you're distributing the 5 to both terms. You have 3 to the 5th times 2 to the 5th. Okay, so what does this mean in algebraic terms? If you have a b to the m power, this just means you have a to the m, b to the m. Do not forget to do it to both terms on the inside. Okay, so example number 1, multiplying powers with the same base. So for example, if you want to go back and use your notes, please do so. If I have 2 to the 4th times 2 to the 5th, remember they have the same base, you add them. 4 plus 5 is 9, so this is equal to 2 to the 9th power. Okay, this one's a little tricky. You have negative 5 times negative 5 to the 6th. You're like, well, what's the exponent for negative 5? Well, remember, the exponent, if it doesn't have it, is 1. Right? My bases are the same. My base is negative 5. So you add these two up, you get negative 5 to the 7th. Okay? This one, my bases are the same. So remember, I add them up. So you have x to the 10th. Okay? Next, example 2, finding a power of a power. So remember, 3 to the 4th cubed means you're finding 3 groups of 3 to the 4th. So that means that's what you're multiplying, so you have 3 to the 12th. Next one, w 5th to the 4th power, you multiply, you have w to the 20th. Pretty simple so far. Next, finding a power of a product. So remember, this is where we use that rule. If you have more than one one number inside the parentheses, you have to use distributive property. So this would be 2 to the 3rd, x times x to the 3rd. Or if you want to simplify, you have 8x to the 3rd, because 2 to the 3rd, you guys hopefully learned from our previous lesson, is actually 8. Okay, so the next example, let's go on. I distribute to all three of these terms are 3 squared, x squared, y squared, all multiplying in between. 3 squared is 9, x squared, y squared is going to be my simplified expression. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do from the rest of the videos. In a separate video, I will explain the on your own. So if you're getting the on your own wrong, I would say go on Edpuzzle on a separate tab called the No Due Date tab. This video explaining the on your own will also be there. So if you want to look at that to try to figure out where you went wrong, you can do that. Or after you watch it, you're like, I still don't understand the lesson. We could come to the Zoom session today at 1 p.m. I would love to see you there if you want to. So hopefully you guys are doing well. Do the on your own. Fill out your level of understanding. And I will talk to you guys on Thursday. All right. Have a good one. Bye-bye.